Hi everyone, this is Amshu Prabhakar. Once again, welcome back to TA Talks. In this episode, we have Mr. Shastri sir, Chairman of Travel Agent Association India.
Hi friends, nice to talk to you. We are all going through a very stressed time due to the COVID-19. My name is Shastri, K.N. Shastri. I am the Chairman of the Travel Agents Association of India, Kerala chapter. Travel Agents Association of India is a large organization founded in the year of 1951 and has more than 2,500 accredited, internationally certified travel agents who do business in India in almost about 29 states. We also have different chapters, different branches. I am heading the Kerala chapter, which looks after the interest of the association members in the state of Kerala. Kerala is an important state because we've got 4 international airports, and Kerala has got a prime tourism destination in India and worldwide. Therefore, it has got its own prominence. I'm basically going to talk to you about the problems we are facing and what we see forward in the future in the light of the COVID-19, the virus, the coronavirus. It's funny if you see, the entire world has been brought to its knees without a single bullet being fired. We have never seen this kind of a situation in our own lifetime, or probably never in the history of the world. And second thing is, what's happening is, as we do this, every moment the information is disseminated to every citizen in the world. You come to know exactly what is happening where, how many people have been affected, how many people have lost their lives, how many doctors are infected, all kind of informations you keep getting. But coming back to our own industry, the travel and tourism industry, particularly with reference to the Kerala and of course the rest of the India, we have been in the limelight for quite some time because India had recognized again that tourism is an important economic activity which can generate employment, largest employment, as well as the income, the revenue to the government. That is, and also it's a soft power. Tourism is always a big soft power worldwide to give an image about the country as such. Ever since the 25th March, when the Prime Minister of India, in all the wisdom, imposed a clampdown on the country and the lockdown on the country, we all welcomed it, and because we had to put a stop to the coronavirus, which was widely spreading, and it was a very intelligent decision. And also we had a trial run on one few days before on a Sunday, which made us feel what exactly it is going to be lockdown means. Of course, the lockdown is yet to be lifted, but in the meantime, we have, like every other industry, the tourism industry also has been hit very badly. The airlines have stopped flying, except in some flights in domestic regions, in some United States, in Europe, and maybe in China, maybe in Australia. Otherwise, international flights have been almost grounded. We have, the hotels have been closed in India and some of the countries, absolutely zero business in the hotels. But at the same time, the hoteliers have to maintain the aircraft, and the aircraft has to pay the rent for the parking of their aircraft on the crew and the staff and all these kind of things. Now, what is worrying for us is that airlines are getting into doldrums. Many of the airlines said their 80% of revenue has gone. They are not able to sustain. Many of them have filed for bankruptcy. Many of them are up for sale. Many of them think they may not be able to revive the airlines in the immediate future. And most of the airlines say that the industry will not revive at least for another 2 years. This is quite a sadistic, difficult situations. Sorry for using the word of the sadistic as such. Now, what will happen now, like the same thing has happened to our industry members also, the travel agents members also, the same thing has happened. We are not able to sustain ourselves. The offices are closed. In the month of February, there was no business. In the month of March, there is no business. In the month of April, May, there is no business. So 4 months we are going without business. And February, March is supposed to be peak season for the tourism. April, May is supposed to be the huge tourism season for the domestic tourism because it's summer vacation or holidays. We have lost 2 important seasons. And then there are the problems with the airlines. When the airlines are going bust and they bankrupt, we are not able to get the money of refund from the airlines when the flights have been cancelled. The airline said we will give only a voucher which can be used at a later date. We honestly don't know how many airlines will be able to survive, how many airlines will come back. We are not very sure about it. But at the same time, the passenger demands from us that the money should be paid back, and he can go to the court, he can take legal action, and then the courts have to decide maybe. This is one of the most difficult situations we are facing, apart from paying the staff their salaries. Every staff have to have 2 meals a day. They have to take care of the home. They have to take care of the children, their family, their elders at home. They have to take care of it. And we are not in a position to pay the salary what we have been paying all these days. We are quite worried. Our association has many times have met, but we have not been able to find an answer. But what the government can do, of course, yesterday the government of India the Prime Minister Modi has declared a huge, the new deal with about $20 billion. This is a huge $26 billion. This is a huge deal for us to revive the economy. It is not only to assuage the country from the tragedy of the coronavirus, but revive the economy, rejuvenate and find an opportunity to change the country as an advanced country, producing what we want and exporting what we can, and plus using the technology, using the manpower skills, using the infrastructure and developing the infrastructure. This is what we can do. So this is what we have. Look, now what happens in the future? That is the question. What happens in the future? Where we go from here? One of the things, of course, every industry is looking forward for some support from the government. That's the most thing. Probably we will know by today, tomorrow, we will know what the government can do for us and what we can do for ourselves. It is said that the industry will revive, might take 2 years to revive, or 1 year to revive, or 3 years to revive, but then unfortunately these are all educated or uneducated guesses. We are not sure because nobody knows for sure. Everybody can make a guess on that. Here the one important thing is the industry will definitely survive and flourish. There is no doubt about it. Because nobody can stop people from traveling, people going from holiday, people going for migration, people going for employment, for higher studies, and simply for holiday and pleasures. You cannot stop them from going. But then the fact is, it might take some time. It might take 1 year, it might take 2 years. But the question is, how do we survive till then? That is the big question mark. Whether we will be able to survive, whether we will be able to withhold, whether we will be able to sustain ourselves till we recover. This is where we need the government support, we need the community support, and we need our sister association support in these difficult and tough times. The Prime Minister's $265 billion project, it looks like absolutely a new deal which will help us. Our Prime Minister is very keen on promoting tourism. Every time he travels abroad, he has been talking about tourism into India, asking people to come to India. We also have the We also have in Thai, what we have done is we have our own annual conventions. We have started now holding in different parts of the world. We have moved beyond India, holding our national conventions outside India in places like Bali, in Thailand, in London, in Dubai, in Abu Dhabi, and all these places, so that the people in that country get exposed to India. So that is how we can expose ourselves to make India more attractive to these people, get more publicity in those countries, and so on. So this is what Thai is also doing in terms of promoting tourism as such. The biggest tourism is just like some Malaysian tourism minister once said, India doesn't require international tourism because you have got so much of domestic tourism within the country. Almost about 400 million people travel for pilgrimage, for holidays, for various seasons. They travel every year onto a holiday and so on. So it's a huge market. But then we build the infrastructure for domestic. We also would like to have the international tourists to come, because tourism is a soft power to build the image of this country abroad, worldwide, to tell the world what is our culture, what kind of civilization we have, what kind of people we are, what kind of a nation we are, to talk about our music, our food, our culture, our aspiration, our dreams, our heritage. These are all the things that we would like to expose to the rest of the world, making India a much bigger soft power as such. Friends, we look forward to have your understanding in these matters. As far as the travel is concerned, we are, like I said, we have been here since 1951 as Travel Agents Association of India. We handhold every passenger who is traveling within India or abroad, removing their apprehensions, particularly for the first-time travelers, helping the aged passengers, telling children what they should do when they travel, removing all their anxiety when they travel, and consoling them and comforting them when they go to the airport, and take care of their travel, take care of their arrival, take care of their transfers, take care of their hotel accommodation. All these kind of things we do that, taking the total care of the passenger from here to the destination and maybe from there back to home. This is what we do. So we play an important role in the society. The role will increase as far as we are concerned. So far the focus of the tourism industry and the airlines industry was based on the security aspect of it, which I started about 15 years ago, the security. Otherwise, in the earlier days, particularly in a country like United States, you can walk right up to the gate, exit gate, into the aircraft. But today you can't do that. You can't even get into the airport building. That's the kind of security. Now, along with the security, the health will be another issue focused at the airports, at the railway stations, at the bus stands, at the ship cruises. Health will become another issue now. So you will have more cumbersome procedure, but then people have to travel. People will get used to these cumbersome procedures. There is no other choice but to go ahead. As long as the world will have their pandemics, the world will have their viruses, we have no choice but to do that. Thank you very much.
Hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe the channel. We will see you in another episode. This is Amshu Prabhakar signing off from Tia Talks.